Hello student, I am Hemant sir. So today we are going to start the third part of our chapter called chemicals and chemical equation. So today we will understand about the various symbols for element and compound that we are going to use in our chemistry part. Okay, so let's start. What are symbols for elements as well as for compounds? So here we have definition for chemical symbols beta. And I want everyone have to write each and every point on your notebook because all these points are really very important. Okay, and all these points will help you until you will learn chemistry. Okay, so let's start the definition of chemical symbols. So the symbols that represent the chemicals present in the periodic or chemical or maybe element that present in periodic table is called as chemical symbol. You know what is periodic table? Periodic table means it is the tabular arrangement of all the known elements in increasing order of their atomic number, where physical and chemical properties of element are repeated after certain interval is called as periodic table. Okay, so in that periodic table we have 118 elements. How many elements do we have? 118, out of which 92 elements we have in our nature, and the rest 26 elements they are synthesized in laboratory. Okay, so these are the really very important point. Just write it down whenever I am saying. Okay, so what is chemical symbol now? The symbol that represents the element or chemicals element present in the periodic table is called as chemical symbol. Okay, the chemical symbol is one or two letter design of an element. Okay, generally suppose we are, if suppose we are saying aluminium, so aluminium is represented by capital A and L. So here we are using, sometimes we are using single letter, but sometimes we are using double letter, where first letter we are using capital and second letter we are using small form. Okay, so chemical element symbols are usually composed of one or sometimes two letters from the Latin alphabets. Okay, with the first letter is capitalized, means first letter always we are going to use in capital form, and the second one we will use in small form. Okay, just we have to remember always whenever you are going to write any symbol for any element, you have to use first element capital, first letter capital, and second will be the small. For example, if we'll go through the example here, the chemical symbol of oxygen. Okay, we know that gas we are breathing in all the time. Okay, our air contain oxygen about 60 or 21% in our air that we used to breathe inside. Okay, that oxygen symbol is O, but it's present in our atmosphere in the form of O2. Okay, so O2 is the molecular form, but the O is the symbol of oxygen. Zinc, zinc is the metal having atomic number 30. Its representation is Zn. It is zinc. Okay, we have ferrous. Ferrous is nothing but iron. Okay, what is iron? That we are going to use in construction purpose for the rod. Okay, our vehicles, our bicycles, they all are made up of the iron and their alloys. Okay, that iron have chemical symbol as Fe. F is again we are using capital and E is small. The first letter of the symbol always capitalized. You have to remember. I'm repeating again and again because you have to remember whenever you are going to represent any element, you have to use first letter as capital. If the symbol contain two letters, then second letter will be in lowercase. Okay, as we discussed here about the ferrous, so for ferrous we are using first letter, which is F, is in capital form and E is in small form. Okay, so here we have some metals and non-metals, maybe. Okay, their symbols. Okay, so when elements were discovered, about, when first element were discovered, then second, third, likewise, they were not representing by using the letters of their name, but they were used, or they represent by using various symbols. Like for mercury, here we have the symbol for mercury, here we have symbol for hydrogen, here we have symbol for arsenic, this symbol is for copper. This symbol is for iron. This symbol was for copper. So here we have the symbol for silver. This black dot is for the carbon. That dot, but it is empty inside, it is oxygen. Then for lead, we were using L inside the circle, capital L. For sulfur, we are using that symbol, and for phosphorus, we were using that symbol. Okay, so these are nothing but the representation of element in the symbolic form. Okay, everyone. So again, just take a screenshot for that and just let me know if you are getting the points or not. Okay, so these are the example. Let me erase that. Okay, now take a screenshot, beta. Now here we have symbols for compounds. So in last class we discussed about what are compounds. Okay, so like when two or more atoms, they combine chemically and they form compounds with different property than their element. Okay, are called as compounds. So these are nothing but the pure compound, where all the particles of compound have similar property, made up of the same kind of atom and have similar atomic mass. Okay, are called as beta compound. So first compound here we have, which is calcium carbonate. It is calcium carbonate. So it made up of the calcium, carbon and oxygen, and its symbol is CaCO3. Generally that three we are using here, like here CaCO3, like this. So whenever we are writing this number, we are writing at the base like this. Okay, we have carbon dioxide. So carbon and di means two, and oxide is represents the oxygen. So the compound contain one carbon and two oxygen. So it is CO2, and we used to write it is CO2. Okay. Then we have copper sulfate. So copper sulfate's formula is CuSO4. So we used to write it is CuSO4. Then glucose have molecular formula C6H12O6. C6H12O6. Okay, glucose is really very important. Whenever we used to drink the aqueous glucose, means the glucose powder will make, we had to make solution in water, and if we will drink that, it produce instant energy to the person. Okay, we have hydrochloric acid. Okay, so it is made up of hydrogen and chlorine. See here, hydrogen and chlorine is present, so it is hydrochloric acid. Sodium bicarbonate, sodium bicarbonate we used to use while preparing the doklas, idlis, sometimes crispy vegetables. Okay, so we are using the sodium bicarbonate. That's why it is also called as baking soda. Generally in bread industry, that baking soda, each powder are being used in order to make the food spongy. Then we have sodium chloride. Sodium chloride is the salt that we are using in our daily diet. Whenever your mom is going to prepare the food for you all, okay, they uses that salt, have name sodium chloride, and it is made up of sodium and chlorine. Then we have sodium hydroxide. Sodium hydroxide is a basic substance, okay, and its representation is NaOH. Then we have last but not the least is water, and water is the universal solution or solvent. It have molecular formula H2O. Okay, it is also called as hydrogen oxide, but it is nothing but the water. Okay, so you have to remember name of this compound along with their symbol. Okay, everyone. Yeah. So take a screenshot here also. Now we have to understand symbols for first 20 elements. Okay. So first element we have hydrogen. Its symbol is H. We have second helium. Its symbol is He. Third is lithium. Its symbol is Li. Then we have beryllium. Its symbol is Be. We have boron. Its symbol is capital B. Here we have carbon. Its symbol is C. For nitrogen, it is capital N. For oxygen, it is capital O. For fluorine, we have capital F. For Ne is neon. It has first C. First letter is capital and second is in small case. Okay. Sodium. See, sodium is the word derived from the nitrate. Its real name is nitrinium. Okay. Natrium is nothing but the salt forming compound. So we know that sodium is really a salt forming compound. We have magnesium Mg. Okay. Here M is capital, G is small. Then we have aluminium, capital A and small l. We have silicon, capital S and I. We have P is nothing but the phosphorus. We have sulfur, it's represented by S. We have chlorine, it is going to represent by Cl. We have argon, it is for capital A and R. For potassium, we have capital K. And last but not the least, for today's it is calcium. So its symbol is capital A, capital C and small a. So these are the first 20 elements. You have to all learn their name, their chemical symbol. Okay, everyone. Yeah. So just take a screenshot again one more time. Okay. So I hope you understood the chapter properly. Okay. So today we have completed the very important part is nothing but the symbols of chemical element as well as compound. Okay. So just do repeat this video once so that you will understand each and every aspects clearly. Okay. So for again, I'm just requesting you, if you're watching the video, please do write your name. Hemant sir, I have watched this video and all. Okay. And if you haven't subscribed the channel, please do subscribe it. Okay. So you will get time to time all the notification related to your video lectures. Okay, everyone. So bye bye for now.